Magic Dragon Vapes.
Hey everybody, I'm Kyle Guffey, and like I said, I own Magic Dragon Vapes. 4 years ago, I picked up an electronic cigarette and I quit smoking, and I haven't touched a combustible cigarette since then. I had tried many means, other things that were out there to quit smoking. The patch, and it would work for 3 or 4 days, and then I'd be back to smoking. The lozenges, the gum, those things I tried. None of them worked for any extended period of time. Now, the main reason that I'm in opposition to this bill and the way that it's written is because you basically are changing the definition of smoking to include vaping. Um, Vaping is not smoking. Vaping doesn't kill people. Vaping doesn't give people cancer. Vaping doesn't uh, give people lung disease. Smoking does. Smoking's going to continue to kill people until we eradicate it with electronic cigarettes. 60% of the people that try an electronic cigarette and try to quit smoking cigarettes. Now that's a pretty good success rate based off of what the pharmaceutical companies have given us. Chantix, a 3% success rate, uh, and the possibility of suicide and other mental health things that go along with those drugs. Um, the to not allow us to vape inside our own stores would stop the ability for us to convert smokers over to vapors. Um, Trying to find a new flavor or trying a device or trying vaping even for the first time is an experience that a smoker needs to have to be able to even try this and quit and make the attempt to quit. And I've seen over the last 2.5 years of owning this e-cig store, thousands of people quit smoking cigarettes, return to normal life, um, begin running, begin exercising, have uh, not get sick anymore, not show up at the hospital over a common cold or something like that, because you just don't get sick as much when you don't smoke cigarettes. Now, classifying e-cigarettes as smoking would definitely put a dent into our industry, and it would definitely put a dent into public health and the strides that we're making against smoking. Anything that would stop this momentum that vaping and e-cigarettes has, um, it doesn't really speak to public health. It doesn't really speak to people that are actually wanting to stop smoking. What a bill that combines smoking and vaping does is it sets up the government to recover their tax losses that basically have been caused by vaping. Um, we came in and cigarettes stopped selling at the pace they were selling at, and um, the government benefits from those tax dollars from the sin tax from smoking. And when we start making a big enough dent, there starts to be bans and there starts to be new laws and new restrictions and things like that. Those things are doing nothing for public health. And if this is the Committee on Public Health, we got to really look at what e-cigarettes and vaping is doing for the for for a public. Um, I mean, if you want to continue to watch your relatives, your friends, and your family die from smoking cigarettes, um, then go ahead and push this bill through. Or we can look at the science that's already out. There's studies that have been done on secondhand vapor that shows that you're basically safer sitting next to me vaping than you are breathing the air in a big city. Um, that's how little uh, secondhand, and that's how little chemicals and ingredients are in secondhand vapor or what we exhale. There's a study that was done at Drexel University, and basically it comes out to say that there's basically no concern to either the puffer or the person sitting next to us. Now, I commend Mr. Harrison for involving the children in the legislative process, but I think if we're going to involve the children in the legislative process, we have to bring the science to it and bring the facts to it, and not just push any bill through just because it is in your favor or in the favor of something else. Call it tax dollars. So I oppose House Bill 1143, and if this goes through as is, not only will my shop close, but you'll also be putting nails in people's coffins that are continuing to smoke, because they won't have the opportunity to come into a vape shop and try it for the first time and possibly quit smoking for good and for all, which is what this is all about, is helping people to quit smoking. And if we can do that with vapor, so be it, because it's the best thing that's happened in the world of cigarettes since cigarettes came out. It's the only thing that's worked to help us get off of cigarettes. So thank you all for having
Thank
this
you.
meeting and allowing us to talk.
Thank you. For the rest of the audience, we have another half dozen